Okay.
Do we hoof it from here?
The house is stopped.
Is it
You
scared of water?
No, it was planted right next to the lake.
right. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be scared of water. It just seems to have stopped.
It's
You
literally
guys,
like you've arrived at your destination.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
just
I mean
without
it's
words.
magic, so I feel like if it stops, there's
Recalculating.
something
Time for us to get out. So
Yeah.
I kind of want to pull up the map, get that back in my bag.
Your destination is on the left.
Oh, we did long rest.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
wait,
we
I
got
haven't
ropes.
leveled up.
Oh shit, you have.
No.
Yeah, we're all level 5 now.
Okay.
I think the combat has already happened for this session, so hopefully you're okay.
Yeah, I saw that. It's all good. Well, personally, I'm gonna like pat the door frame, and I'm calling it Chimpkin. Yeah, I'm going to thank Chimpkin for
The house and the bar can have different names, technically.
Well, I am thanking the house itself for Chimpkin running so hard and doing so well.
Okay.
Is there a fireplace in here?
Yes.
What, are you gonna toss some
I-
food into it?
Yeah, I'm gonna toss
In B's
some.
room.
No, I am. I'm gonna toss some of the extra scraps in the fire, like, because if we don't
Nice.
have wood, like, it's fuel for the house.
It as you toss the food into the fire, it's like the food just disappears, as if vaporized by the flames in the fireplace, and the house visibly brightens a little bit on the inside. Like the torches and sconces on the inside of the house light up a little bit more as well. The older lady who, Gravy, you would know as Lady Lucy Gawain. She is one of the caretakers of the house. She says, "Oh, well, intuitive are we?"
Look, I like food, and when I get tired after maybe a physical activity, I like food, so I figured why not? Plus, the food's so good, why not share it with the house?
I like the way you think, and I am sure the house does as well.
Look, they have a snail as a pet. I'm considering this house my bestie, so I don't have a pet. I have a best friend.
She says, "Home is where the heart is, after all." It kind of, yeah,
Fezzik is the only one with the pet here.
right.
Because I tried to get one before we left and I couldn't find one. Because I wanted a cute
Excuse you
snail moth
lose.
creature.
I'm your pet.
I mean, I literally snoozed, and now I have a house for a best friend. How
Right.
much weirder can this get?
Jesus Christ, just that solid, I'm your pet.
Him like
Those
rocking
sound
back
very
and forth in the
cool.
corner. But yeah, Kyntar, you last time you were in the Wolvespine, you had this strange feeling come over you. It was like an animal instinct. The wolf side talking a little louder to you. And this time, it's different because you're not feeling that anymore. You step out into the woods and you don't feel the pull for ravenous wolven hunger anymore. At least here.
Do I see any flowers?
You see any what?
Any flowers?
On the edge, technically behind the house, yes, there are flowers. On the edge of the forest, like there was last time, the flowers just cut off at the edge of the forest and stop growing. Pretty much where the light touches the grass. There are flowers. They are not very far away, maybe like 20, 30 feet.
I'm gonna go over to him.
Huh?
I said I'm gonna go over to him while he's doing his thing.
Okay. You walk over and they blow gently in the wind, they look like normal flowers as they usually do.
Can I reach down and like cup one like I did in the house?
Yeah.
Basement. And then I kind of want to ask for permission if I can have it.
Okay.
Like
roll...
I kind of want to look at it and just kind of like be like, will you come with me?
Okay. You reach down, and the flower... Make a persuasion check.
Okay. Okay, that is a 12 plus my persuasion is 3, so 15.
15?
Yes.
Okay. You look down and close your eyes and quietly ask the flower. You look down and the flower's not in your hand anymore. You do feel a gentle brushing along the right side of your jaw. When you go to look, the flower is standing on your shoulder, as if its roots make little legs and its petals make little hands.
Okay. I want to take it and like put it up near my horn in the mask so that it will like wrap around one of my horns and like stay up near the mask.
Cool. Yeah, it tucks itself in between one of the kind of spikes on the side of the mask near the top and your horn. And so it kind of looks like it's coming up out of the mask where that point is and wrapping around your horn.
Yeah, that's all I'm doing.
Cool. As you walk back, you have your new adornment, and everybody seems to be patiently waiting. Strange feeling in the air.
I kind of feel like I need to search for that feeling I had last time we were here.
You want to
I
lead
feel like-
the way, Kyntar?
Is there? I don't know if I know. Am I feeling a pull like anywhere? Like I guess I know that like just forward would be like deeper into the Wolvespine, right?
Right.
I'll say I'll lead the way for now, and I just want to just like kind of a straight shot. I just want to get deeper into the forest.
Okay. As you trail deeper into the forest gets colder, just for the sheer fact of traveling north into the forest and getting closer to Flocastroza. You could swear that every once in a while you catch movement out of the corner of your eye, and it's not just you, Kyntar, it's all of you. You get this whip of darkness that kind of passes in and out of the low-hanging fog, kind of pulls it up and obscures part of the forest as it settles again. You walk through more, and it's rough terrain. You have to make sure your boots come with your feet as you trudge through this stuff.
I'm barefoot, so
Perfect.
I'm just holding the bottom of my like robe tunic thing up, and just going through the mud because I'm used to it.
Large, kind of dark feathered birds seem to line the trees every once in a while. You hear what sounds like some sort of maybe a weasel or a lemur, kind of small, fuzzy creature making its way through the forest in odd directions. It seems as though the forest is keeping track. After a short while, the muck goes away, and it starts to clear into the more evergreen forestry that
we recognize.
Yeah, that you recognize. In fact, after about an hour, you come across the path that you traveled on through these woods. The moment your foot hits the path, boom, that feeling hits you again.
Now, the first time wasn't like. Am I making this up, or like the first time that it happened, it was like kind of like pulling me somewhere, like to a place that we were walking away from?
Yeah, it was definitely calling you away from the group.
We were definitely just like, come on, Kyntar, don't worry about it, buddy.
Yeah, I kind of want to surrender myself to that feeling.
Okay.
Now.
You take a deep breath and close your eyes and let the air of the woods fill your senses. And as you kind of jostle your head to catch different angles of the wind, catch it. It's such a familiar scent. And you're really surprised that you didn't see it or really understand it before, but you transformed for the first time on this road. And not 20, maybe 30 minutes away is the village you grew up in.
I don't know what this will solve. I don't think there's anything good for me back there. But that's where like I'm kind of like I'm recognizing now that like I'm kind of like being pulled back there, like.
As you guys are kind of...
I want to relay that information to the group, by the way.
Okay, yeah. As you're
What
relaying
happened? Were
the... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
What happened? Were you like run out or something?
In a way, when I first contracted, how do you pronounce that word?
Lycanthropy.
Lycanthropy. I wasn't able to contain myself, and I killed a lot of the village people, and I was run out after that.
So they don't like dogs. Got it.
They don't like me. They actually sent this guy to come kill me.
Oh,
But
fair enough. I can sympathize with that story of my own.
Okay, so
anyway,
as you guys are having your
We're
conversation,
silent.
It's just
I made a
because you said
stupid
village
joke.
people.
Yeah.
You said village people, so we've been doing YMCA like.
okay, I didn't make that connection. I was wondering why that was happening.
As you guys are talking amongst yourselves, Kyntar, with your heightened senses and you're succumbing to your more natural abilities, you hear the pull of steel. Who goes
Like
there?
unsheathed?
Yeah. You look behind you, and there's a young man with like brownish red hair. He can't
Do I
be more
recognize
than
him?
like 20. Yeah,
Okay.
you
I do?
recognize him. Yeah.
Huh? Dude.
He was a lot younger the last time you saw him.
Yeah.
Not even old enough to hold a sword, and he doesn't seem to recognize you. You knew him as Liam.
Which
I-
is, did you kill?
Did you kill us?
Keep it down. Keep it down. Keep it down. We're just travelers making our way through the forest. We don't want any trouble.
It's dangerous out here. You guys could get hurt by, wolves or other things.
I'm a cleric. I have it covered.
Well, at least you got magic, I guess. You guys need shelter?
Rather trustworthy.
Well,
Trusting?
either stupid or lost people come through these woods alone, so...
We're not really
What's-
alone.
Nah,
But
yeah,
I look over at Kyntar just kind of like, what do you want to do?
I feel the first part accurate. She mumbles that.
I guess I think we do need some shelter.
Right, I'll set you up at the tavern, and he kind of sheathes his sword, but before he like puts it in the sheath, he fumbles it and like kind of racks the flat part of the blade over his knuckle. And he's like, shit. Puts the sword in his sheath, and he says, "This way. It's not far." And he kind of leads you through the woods.
Okay, yeah, gotcha. Yeah. I think we're going to walk like straight past, like.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's still there, but my old dwelling.
As you continue on, I'll say, those of you who are not Kyntar, make perception checks. Because you would know exactly where it is, Kyntar.
Ooh, my perception
Let's go.
has been so good today. 19, and I don't even get a plus anything.
Oh, I got a +3. I got 18.
16.
Damn, look at you high rollers. As you guys continue through the woods, you pass by a couple of different buildings. One of them is like a small, would look to be like a greenery. There's a domed part of the building that has kind of tree limbs and stuff that are poking through the kind of opaque glass on the top of it. You see what looks to be kind of a debilitated home that's just kind of been left out here to succumb to the forest. It's covered in vines and leaves and whatever. And then you come upon this building that is discernibly larger than the others. It looked to be a business at one point and has a pretty tall fence around it. Or at least connected to the front of the building that wraps around the back of the building. In the fence, there is a massive hole that looks like it was just forced down into the dirt, pushing away from the building. And Kyntar is visibly uncomfortable.
I just want to put my hand on my shoulder, just kind of support. That's all I'm gonna do.
I want to ask Liam as we're walking past what happened there.
He kind of looks back. He says, it's an abandoned building. We, pests. We had to condemn it.
Yes, he says.
I'm just kind of like.
As you kind of walk away, he says, but the staff, especially the second in command there, made sure that all the animals were taken care of and rehomed. So that at least. The rest of the story to that place is darker than you want to know. So let's continue. You see his kind of false smile immediately disappear as he turns around.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do an insight check on this fucker?
Yeah.
No need for me to do that.
That's a 19.
19.
12 plus 7.
Fuck yeah. You can tell that he is, the look on his face is one of, like, I'm probably gonna get in trouble again. It's also, but I gotta help as much as I can. You get the idea that, like, he doesn't see you as a threat, but he is cautious.
He's got a hero complex.
Yeah, you can tell as a younger man, he even though he is a young man, he definitely had a call to action at some point, and made the choice to become Night's Watch.
God, I feel like I'm this guy's origin story.
Gotcha. Okay. He wants to be a hero, but doesn't have much confidence in his actions yet.
Right. Yeah.
I just feel like something bad is about to happen because
This guy's origin story.
because once we get to this place, I have to imagine there are people that are going to recognize me, like older people.
Hey, dude,
There
we're
will
just
be a lot of
following you,
rolling
this
for the
is you.
DM.
This is for
What?
you, bro.
I said there will be a lot of rolling for the DM.
Okay, is it possible for me to talk to the party without him hearing, or
Yeah,
is that...
I'll say in hushed tones, if you want to. I say if you want to. If you're
I'd
trying
suggest-
to be quiet, roll a stealth check.
I'd say let's go to the tavern in a room first to hopefully, be more private, but,
I mean, yeah, I have disadvantage on stealth checks. Don't do that.
He like
I just bite my
leans
tongue.
in to whisper, and Kintar's like, "I'm freaking out."
Just look
I
over
just,
his shoulder,
First
he just has a
respond if you
fucking
lean
paper
in to
bag
whisper,
on
and
his
just be,
mouth.
what are you whispering about?
Yeah, right. Oh, I love the idea that because Kintar's bad at stealth, his bad at stealthness is just because Fezzik always realizes what he's doing and blurts it out. Like,
I feel like Fezzik does that, and Gravy kind of smacks him in the leg with the staff, like cutting her throat motion, like, stop it.
I thought that was a good one. Keep walking.
I'm in place, brother.
So I imagine like we see the village at this point.
yeah. You guys push past the trees that kind of thin out as you get closer to the town.
Just a bunch of wolf's head on pikes, just lining the village.
This city is pretty bare bones. You can tell that the kind of cultural front has been shifted to more of a town hall. The plant life here is kind of drab and gray compared to what you're used to, especially just coming out of the Feywild. You see a few people here and there going about their daily business, but nobody really seems to have like a chipper tune to their step. In fact, you
It's
don't
almost like
hear any music at all as you come into town.
I was gonna say it's almost like somebody left this place in a really dour and like sad mood.
I was gonna ask, like, how does it look compared to the state I left it in? Like, do they look like they're rebounding?
When you left,
Like,
you could feel that there was unrest when you left, but it wasn't this. You're not sure whether or not this is your doing either. But it's tough because coincidences and anxiety are a bitch combination.
Yeah, it's hard for me to imagine that it wasn't at least a contributing factor.
Yeah. As you stride into town, you pass by an older gentleman. He's kind of walking on a cane, and he's got a big, heavy wool cloak that is thrown over his shoulders.
The first roll
He
is just so
does not
harrowing.
recognize you as you walk past.
Do I recognize him?
You don't recognize him, but he's mostly covered up. He's got like big white beard and hood over his head, and the shadow from his hood kind of obscures his eyes.
Gray mane vibes.
Right. As you continue through town, you approach the kind of leaning tavern. Its sign is no longer hanging from the kind of post next to the door. The chains are still there, and the sign is still there, but the sign is kind of split in two and partially buried in the ground. Like, it fell, broke, and sank into the ground after, some heavy rains, and nobody did anything about it.
That's how depressed they are.
As you step into the tavern, it is quiet. You can hear the fire going. You can hear the rain against the windows. You can hear light murmuring from, the kind of odds and ends people that are in here.
If they make their way outside of town, there's a really nice bar out there that they can visit that's
Oh
super
my God.
lively.
My
It's
God.
super.
Oh my God. Okay, Kyntar. So, of
Oh
the
God.
5 people that are in here, I'm gonna need you to make an insight.
Uh-oh.
13?
No.
13. You're uneasy. You have a feeling that like any person that's looking at you suspects you are who you are. But most people turn back to whatever they're doing, and they.
Would some of these people recognize B as well?
I'm wearing a mask.
Yep.
Oh my God, you are wearing a mask. That's so suspicious.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a completely wooden mask with one eye hole that has a flower wrapped around my horn and
Yep.
one of the spikes on the top of the mask.
Wait, I didn't know that.
Yeah. For reference.
I have found it.
For reference, the rest of you guys just assume that all of these looks are the normal looks your party gets when you walk into a new place. The like, wow, what a colorful bunch of people. Like,
I mean, I look half dead, so
Right.
I'm used to it.
I was looking for a beer.
hell yeah.
Pheasant's never looking for.
As you walk up to the counter, the bartender, this young lady with orangey white, it's like a peach colored hair that's kind of at jaw length, puffs up in the bottom, but comes across her face. It already passes you a glass. Like, you walk up, she doesn't care who you are, she set a glass down in front of you and says, "Long road?"
Yeah, it's been a nice one, but not too bad. Just start drinking on it a bit.
Literally been like the easiest travel part.
Right.
Of our fucking life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there... I'm trying to think, like, is there some kind of, like, specialty drink or something that, like, this tavern would make that I would remember from my
Called
past?
Johnny Silverhand.
There's a brew that was being made when you were here last, called Flame Pint. And it is an ale that was used during kind of times of revelry, where you could throw back an entire ale, and if you could keep all the suds down for long enough, when you lifted your head and burped, a bluish purple flame would erupt from your mouth. It was a specialty and is only made possible by some of the natural fauna around these parts.
So...
Specifically made for shotgunning.
Isaac's like to hear that.
I know.
Do you think I could tell by, like, walking through that, like, that probably is possible to be made currently?
You see the label for it on the wall.
Okay.
Might be like a specialty drink they have some stowed away.
One flame pint, please.
The girl takes a second, grabs a cup out from underneath, fills it without letting you see the cup, and sets it on the table, and you realize, I drink out of that cup every morning. And staring you in the face is your partner. in this kind of industry that you helped build in this town back when you lived here before. She says, "Come through town much?"
Oh, Christian.
Can I do an insight check?
Oh yeah.
Why do you need to inside it? She knows it's you.
This
Oh, God.
motherfucker.
4.
4. You still know. Like,
Okay.
that DC was a 1. Like,
Okay.
you would have had to crit
Move
fail to
on,
fail.
Not much. No, just how are things around here? How's the city holding up?
She looks at you for a second, kind of like stunned. Looks at everybody else in the party.
Bravy's just face
Looks at the-
palming right now with the cringe.
Looks at the other people in the bar, and she says, "Get the fuck out of my bar." And they all get up and leave.
Everyone else?
Yeah.
All the other patrons.
All the other patrons. All the
I thought
other
she was talking to us, and I was
No.
like, all right, we'll go back to our bar. By the way, anybody in this bar is a really cool bar outside of town.
all the other people get up and leave, and they're like, "Oh shit!" And they kind of like take their drink with them. She's like, "Bring that fucking cup back."
I have my head down. I'm trying to like kind of shield my face from like everyone else as they're leaving.
She does that like hands spread way apart, shoulders above her head is down, and her eyes are closed, like seething. She says, "You know, I've known men to be dogs, but you really take the cake."
Ooh.
She says, "You left
It's
me
nice.
with
It's nice.
you left me with everything. You just vanished."
I had no choice. Do you think everyone here would have appreciated me staying around?
People didn't even know it was you. Most of them.
I
And it's not like I was gonna go blabbing. I work with you every day.
Well, someone's in the doghouse.
I didn't really know that, but I couldn't bear to be around those people every day, like knowing what I did to them.
Well-
Can you imagine what that would feel like?
Yeah, I can. She kind of sits up and folds her arms, and she says, "You're not the only one. You're not the only thing in these woods. And you haven't been since the beginning.
What?
How else did you get your disease?"
Oh my god. You cursed me with this?
No, it wasn't me. Are you kidding me? Who do you think I am? She says, "Whatever attacked you is still out there."
Have others been attacked?
Were you attacked?
I have been attacked. And she pulls back her sleeve, and there is a huge 3-pronged scrape mark from the inside of her forearm all the way down to kind of like the edge of her armpit. She says, "Luckily, I didn't contract the disease, but I do know how it works now. At least, I think I do."
How did you resist it after an attack like that?
I don't know. I got lucky. It doesn't affect everybody the same way, of course, but you just got unlucky, Kyntar.
A lot of people here were less lucky than me.
It's not a race. And she turns around and picks up a cup, fills it full of this brackish red fluid, throws it back, looks up
I'll
to the
throw
ceiling.
mine up. I'll with her.
Yep, and explodes flame into the roof of this building that seems to very simply just go out.
Seems to be like a safety hazard.
She says, well, nobody's touched the place since you left. Other than me. I tried to find homes for everything we were working on and did my best.
What the state of things here. I mean, I know I didn't like leave it in the best shape, but there must be something else going on.
Yeah, observant as ever. She says, the Baron is trying to make a move on the entire town. And any day now, we will be having a lot more people living here. Which isn't great, because this city's past problems have not been mended. And if people start dying when we get new people around, that's gonna be a problem, obviously.
Baron?
Yeah, well, he was more like a town leader, and then times got hard, not related to you, and then he kind of stepped up in a way that was really hard for everybody.
Self-appointed Baron.
So a tyrant or a dictator?
Maybe a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B, but he bends the knee to the higher powers. Like, if he were to go to Sarenholm, he'd probably act all peachy. But
How does he treat the people?
How do the people like him? I guess not.
they don't seem to notice each other. It's like everybody's just blasé about all the goings on. They just let it happen now. Like I'm the only person in this town that still wakes up every morning.
Connor, why is this giving me false Hydra vibes?
It's not false Hydra, I promise.
Okay, thank God. Next I was gonna say empath demon, but
No, I explained that creature at the beginning of this campaign, and so that plot hook is like totally dead.
Okay, good.
I'd kill you if you ever unleashed that monster on us in D&D.
It's
So-
super uncool.
That's such a mean thing.
Talk about gravy sleepwalking.
Are you aware? Does the beast, does it still roam this area, this forest?
It tries. I have done what I can to keep it out, but
Well,
music is hard to play softly when it needs to be loud.
do you think maybe if we dealt with the beast, then maybe this, this injection of populace would be good for the city?
I mean, the injection of populace would be good for the city, but that doesn't change the fact that the Baron is still the Baron. To answer your previous question, maybe a little more thoroughly, the people barely see the Baron, even though he's around. The Baron knows everybody. And it's hard to describe.
He knows without knowing.
His taxes aren't monetary.
What does he attack?
It's like the soul of this place.
The withered,
is there-
the withered flowers outside.
The withered
there some
everything,
kind of-
the withered people.
Is there like some kind of check I can do to like know if like either Arcana or History of like what kind of being would be capable of doing something like that?
I would say Arcana. But yeah, Arcana.
24.
24. Hey yo.
It's an intelligent werewolf.
You would know that there are creatures that rob you of your memories. Whether they feed on them or they sell them for the highest bidder. You have anything from demons to fairies alike that deal in time, or deal in happiness, or stranger, unmaterial things like it's the you go to a fairy party and you eat some food, and because you ate that food, you're now technically property of the fae, kind of thing.
Are there places here in the town that are barred from entrance or people seem to just avoid out of nature?
Not that I've noticed, but I live here.
Do people, I mean, at least what it sounded like from William, people tend to avoid going out to the forge. Does the Baron's home happen to be out in the forest, or is it in town?
It's at the head of town, opposite the end you came in.
Well, given the deprivation of the people in the land, I almost thought there might be a crystal combination here growing the way it drains.
Crystal culmination?
That's
We've encountered these crystals that seem to drain the life around it, as if pulling the magic out of things that hold it.
As she's saying that, I pull out the ones I have and show them to her. Does this look familiar?
Silence thing.
This-
That would make sense of, I mean, no music.
You said it was hard to play music softly when you need it loud. What did you mean by that?
Like, nobody sings anymore, and so if somebody is caught singing, you tend to be an outlier.
Wait, what?
So this town is footloose.
It sounds like the Baron is slowly killing this entire community.
I mean, if it's the Baron, or if it's the land around us, or if it's some other thing, I mean...
It sounds oddly tied to what Gravy's talking about with the crystals, because I don't know. Maybe it's not necessarily the crystals itself, but being connected to them, something of that sort.
I
But
did speak with a shopkeep back in the town, and he expressed that these crystals under long exposure can almost give a singer a sore throat and take away their voice.
That's a very fair point, Gravy.
Goes away from me. I don't like that.
That attack that happened on your arm, do you know where the creature stays? Where it
How long
calls
ago was it?
death or home?
It ran north after it got me, but it was probably a year or two ago.
How many deaths have happened since then?
3.
How close together were these deaths?
Couple of months. It's not been around for a while, so I'm hoping it died of natural causes or something like that. But
So
are any
there
of us that
wasn't
lucky?
Active for years.
there wasn't a persistent pattern.
Not really. It kind of came around when it seemed emaciated.
All wolf attacks. Has anybody from the town went just missing?
Not that I can
Disappeared at
remember.
all?
I imagine quite a few people think that I went missing.
Yeah, I mean everybody thinks you went missing.
I'm just
People
wondering
think
if,
that you
like-
got.
I
Well,
was wondering if the Baron
I did.
might have been kidnapping people or something, but it doesn't sound like it. It sounds like he's just like draining them of
what do you think should happen to the Baron?
Well, you know me, I've always wanted to restore the better parts and the living things around us. But I don't know that that's possible. I would like to try. And if he does have good intentions, then I'll gladly hear him out. But mean, look at this place.
Terrible state.
She says, exactly. And kind of goes down and hands you back the crystals. She says, those are gross. I don't want them. She kind of sits this box up. Maybe a 12 by 9 by 6 box that she opens up and turns around to you and pushes at you, and she says, I have a collection of fur that I have found that trails north. I have loose pieces of armament that I have been finding out in the woods. I don't know if any of this is connected. And I found this. And she pushes this kind of slip of parchment over to you. And Fezzik, you immediately recognize it. It's the sigil on the door of Flocastroza and of your home. She says, I don't know where it came from, but looks old.
Kind of reach my hand out and kind of put a finger on it, kind of pull it over and see if I can find anything that's on it. One to see what language it's written in first.
It is giant. It's not a note, it's just the symbol.
Oh.
Gotcha. Okay, I thought it opened up or something.
You can tell that parts of the symbol are broken, though. Like, it was drawn, and then maybe parts of it were scuffed away.
What'd you say?
I can examine on it?
Not really. I mean, it's a thick paper that seems to be kind of damp, and the material that was drawn onto it seems to be either like a charcoal or some sort of graphite, just like pencil material.
What did you say the Baron was like before, kind of like taking over in a sense? Was he active when I was living here?
Yeah, he was. He would have been like a mayor or a jarl or, you know, a person of power that would have been either elected or appointed. But at some point he decided, I'm gonna change some shit, and changed some shit.
Pulled a Mussolini.
Does the Baron ever come back to town at all? Ever come back through? You said no one really sees him.
Oh, he never leaves. He's always held up in his shack or...
Shack?
Yeah, it's the... Well, I say shack, but it's just because I don't respect the guy. His abode. She kind of spit shines a glass as she's talking to you. She says, he was different, but he, I don't know, when I say people don't see him, I mean it's like he walks through town and nobody acknowledges his existence.
Except you.
Well, yeah.
Did you feel like, was there a time where you also didn't really notice his presence? Maybe before you were attacked?
Maybe. I don't know, maybe it was always a thing, even when you were here. Just didn't notice his presence, and then I noticed his presence after he changed.
I want to grab that, some of that, like, fur she, like, had in that box and just, like, get a, big whiff.
Yeah, do a good old puff of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You take a big huff of it, and it is not wolf's hair. it's a little softer than wolf's hair, actually. And you've really only smelled this in, like, wine cellars or poorly kept cities, where there tends to be a lot of trash.
Rat
Yeah, rat fur.
So it doesn't smell familiar at all to like the creature that attacked me.
No.
Okay.
But this is just random things that she's gathered out in the forest that she's found, or
Yeah, I thought she tried to imply that that was like from the creature.
Yeah.
Okay, well I'm gonna say like this is definitely not fur from that creature. I think this is just I don't know what it is, but it is certainly not that.
Lovely. Well, hopefully
The-
this doesn't mean that we have multiple problems on our hands.
The
I-
three, sorry,
No, you go.
the 3 deaths that occurred. Who were the people, and what positions did they hold, or jobs?
One of the bakers in town, it was late, and, kind of got him in the middle of the night. God, his family was so sad. As well as, one of the town criers, who was also up fairly early. And... Huh. The last one was a delivery guy. He came in with packages from Sarenholm, and before he could leave, he got attacked. We found...
And these all happened in the early morning.
Yeah.
This seems kind of crazy to say, but I almost feel like the Baron is a bigger issue at the moment. I mean,
Perhaps.
they very could be connected, but at the same time, I mean, those 3, lives lost are absolutely tragic, but the Baron seems to be like just siphoning away at the entire community.
Leadership born of a travesty tends to not always be natural.
You can say that
normally
again.
it could be rigged.
What do you think would happen here if the Baron was out of the picture? Do you think someone would step up, someone better to fill his shoes?
It would be hard for me to, believe that anybody would do anything. But,
We saw a
it's worth
man.
shot.
We saw a man earlier covered in mostly fur and a long white beard. Who was that?
Oh, that's... he's kind of a geezer. He used to be one of the town guards, but, he doesn't talk to anybody anymore. He usually just hangs out here or at his house.
Is there a particular reason why he does not speak such anymore?
Most people don't really talk amongst each other unless small groups. But, he's always been kind of a loner.
You hear of anyone else talking about the maybe attacks or see some type of creature out in the woods?
That's pretty much all anybody talks about these days. It's kind of on the forefront of everybody's mind. Is, you guys staying for a while?
Seems like we might need to.
Seems that way now.
I think someone needs to take a visit to the Baron.
I
what about
think
you,
we all
Kyntar?
should.
Great. She says, so,
Would you like to join us?
Of course. I want to figure out what's going on. Because I'd be a liar if I said that, I'm not happy you're back. She kind of like, before the smile catches her face, turns around and like swabs one of the cups out harder than she's been doing so before, and kind of like conks it on the counter. She says,
Former love
anyway, she kind of turns around and rubbing her face. It doesn't do anything but make her face look more red.
Partners, huh?
She's she says, let's regroup in the morning. You guys can have a room or two, whatever you need. She says, how would you guys like to be arranged?
I can sleep from anywhere from a hole in the ground to against the
about to say, I
wall.
don't
I am not
prefer-
picky.
Right. Well, we have availabilities, and she hands each of you a key.
I want
wasn't
to.
kidding. Gravy can literally sleep on the
Say-
ground.
I was gonna say, I at least want to be nice and like, for that, I'm just gonna like toss 5 gold down on the counter.
I was
and, like,
about to
pay
say
it.
the same thing. I was also putting 5 gold on the counter.
Even if it's not worth 5 gold, I'm still gonna pay her for it.
She
Yeah.
says, thank you, and kind of sweeps it into that box of stuff that she's been collecting.
Gross.
She says, well, I have to kind of get this show rolling in here because people.
What's her name?
If you want somebody to perform, we have an absolutely
Her name is
excellent
Leah.
musician that would be happy to get this place just bursting from the roof, and I fucking elbow feathering on the side.
Yeah, especially if I can get some of that fire drink to end off the performance. It'd be pretty good.
That's a pretty good showstopper right there.
We'll see what we can do. We'll talk later. We'll get to bed though.
I just like last thing I want to say, like before walking away, I just want to say, Leah, I really am sorry for all of it.
She kind of folds her arms again and she says, I know you are. Sleep well.
You too.
That being said, it is like noon.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
I
realize.
would say, I
That's
didn't
not
even
even-
get into
it's-
town super late.
It's noon
I thought-
it's noon for in game, but it's almost 11
Right, yeah.
p.m.
Well,
here.
Yeah.
she's also known you for long enough to know that, like, you usually pass out in the middle of the day for, like, some period of time. She kind of goes
Well,
back to doing her thing.
I wonder, like, the Baron might be like out and about or something. If we wanted to catch him at his home, like the evening might be the best time to do that.
True.
And maybe if for some reason he wasn't there, we could snoop around and see what he's got going on.
And if he doesn't come outside, we throw a couple bottles of alchemist fire on the house and we wait.
Burn, baby, burn.
Or perhaps
Just
we
go
could
with
see if he has
I
a
mean-
basement.
Yeah, that's another option.
I don't think that anything is off of the table with the encounter with this guy. I mean, he sounds
Well-
pretty evil from what I've heard so far. And if I can do anything to improve the state of this community, I think that would do a lot for
Given
the
that
guilt I've been
we...
carrying with me.
Oh, wait, I don't know what rat for, my bad.
Redemption
I
arc,
don't know what
redemption.
I was
There's
I was
some
gonna say...
connection with the crystals.
Yeah, that's
There's
what I'm
definitely
saying.
Maybe.
something weird going on here for sure. 'Cause
Oh,
I don't
wait.
understand like,
If it's potentially the
there's too many
crystals...
coincidences.
The crystals resonate with each other, don't they? You described it; they glow together.
If
So
they're
what
active.
if we use them? What if we use them like a sounding rod and see if we can't sense any
Use
other
them to
magic that
figure out
matches
where
them?
Something is. That's a good idea. Yeah. Use it to reverse the direction.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that's a pretty decent plan.
We're just discussing this up in one of the rooms right now.
Yeah.
No.
You guys discuss, and as you do so, the rain kind of trickles out. there is a pretty brisk wind that's blowing through town from the northeast. And you can tell it is Flocastroza rearing its frozen head, kind of getting later into the day, past noon. You can tell that people are coming back into the tavern, and daily life is kind of going on quietly, but normally for what is normal around here.
I am curious about something.
Mhm.
I still have that small hand mirror with the koi fish on the back of it
Mhm.
that I picked up from the gentleman that tried to kill me at the
The gentleman
graveyard.
that tried
Yeah.
to kill me.
He's a gentleman, but he tried to kill me.
Yeah.
So that anything with that mirror hasn't popped up yet, but I'm kind of curious, and I want to see if that mirror might react to one of the crystals.
Okay. As you pull the mirror out and kind of get the crystals near it, you can see that like the color in the metals and woods of the mirror, as you get the crystals closer, fade a little bit. Like if you just took the saturation and turned it down on the object. It doesn't do it to the extent of like, oh my gosh, this thing is gray now, but it is noticeable to a degree.
And does the crystal look a little brighter?
The crystal doesn't get any brighter. It just kind of is how it is.
I wasn't sure if the mirror was magical in itself, but considering that the crystal graded, meaning that it might have a magical signature it's drawing off of.
Do I know, like, if I were to, like, not... Like, if I were open about who I was, would the mayor, or would the Baron / mayor know me?
Definitely.
Cool. That's what I figured. Okay.
I'm back in town. It's been a while.
I
Alright.
kind of feel like drastic action may have to take place.
Trev, we're not
JD's
doing it
back.
like you did with the radio host. Chill.
You
Chill.
That's
Like,
the exact route my mind is going
I
down.
know it is. I know it
The
is.
You guys
radio
have,
host is chill. This guy is not.
You're
Look,
going 0 to 100 real quick.
He busts into the Baron's manor. Kentar's back.
Am I
Straight
the
up.
only one? I totally got the sense that...
Kyntar's back with a brand new rap, just beating the shit out of
Did no one else get the sense that the bartender really wished that the Baron was not around by any means
Hey.
necessary?
Trev,
Oh,
Trev,
100%.
We're all getting the vibe the Baron's a bad guy, but publicly executing a man without any evidence.
I
or
never
just
said that.
right-
Hey, hey, I
Sounded like that's how you wanted to go.
No. I didn't publicly execute that DJ host. Okay,
Sorry, you privately executed him. Sorry.
exactly what I mean.
You
Fallout campaign
brotherhooded
for the
him?
viewers.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh,
If you don't want to murder somebody outright, we should maybe get some evidence, figure out what's going on, and then also like, just because we kill him doesn't mean we necessarily fix the problem.
No. But I mean, he's actively causing the problem. I feel like before you can rebuild and fix
Oh no,
everything.
Trev, I'm right there with you. Is that we should definitely figure out what the fuck he's doing, and then
But we should learn
remove-
more before we jump to conclusions.
And then remove.
Obviously,
the
I'm just saying, like, in goal, he does not need to be in power.
Worst case, we can always stage a coup.
Unless there's something worse, like, going on here that he's
Well-
actively working against. That is a possibility for sure. I'm not saying it isn't.
Listen, if he's part of the town and he really is in this town all the time, he could be affected by the same thing the townspeople are affected by. It could be a corruption of the land, not particularly a corruption of person.
Absolutely. But I trust Leah, and she seemed to think that he was the source of it all. So,
And nothing against her, but she could be corrupted too. I just feel like we need to be careful in this town. Try
I
to
would
figure
say-
out what we
well-
can do to help
All
it.
right,
I feel like
Kyntar.
she acted just the same as
Kyntar,
How
we're
I
all
knew her.
for getting information from a reliable source, but you have to admit you're being a little biased because you know her, and we're just being cautious.
I mean, I understand being cautious, but it's just I also feel like I have the best understanding of who she is, and I feel like I would have known if an outside force was affecting her behavior.
We can also remind ourselves of the young lad with the sword. He did not seem affected by what was transpiring either.
True. Honestly, he might not be a bad person to talk to at some point either. Would be to talk
It
to.
seems
You
those
know,
of a
him
strong
too,
will.
Kyntar?
I was about to say, Kyntar, why do you make that face whenever I say that maybe we should talk to Liam? Did you kill his parents?
Liam is one of the people that he would react much worse to knowing who I was. I knew him when he was much younger, which I assume is why he wasn't able to recognize me. But
If
What'd
it's
you do?
any assistance, I'd be willing to speak with him without you present, as to not warrant his suspicions.
Yeah, true.
of course,
That's very true, Kyntar. You don't have to be with us. But what'd you do?
I give you a knowing look.
Alright,
Like,
fair.
If you can infer from his conversation with his prior partner, it ended in a bloodbath and him being excavated out of town.
yeah.
No, I remember.
But yeah, B doesn't need to infer, but yeah, that's not something I'm really ready to just
Listen,
like
I was
all
just trying
out
to
and
make sure you
just
weren't touching
tell the
kids.
party just yet.
Listen, if
As
we
some-
want to,
Whoa.
I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
we can
As
even go out to the
someone-
forest
Cut
and
that,
see if
cut
there's something with those attacks that's been happening. If we could maybe find a creature and figure out maybe where it's been at, maybe there's something with that that's been going on. Seems like
Well,
that's
it
at the very
seems
beginning of
these-
the problem.
It seems these
Ah.
deaths always occurred in early morning in the twilight hours. Perhaps that there's a key to that.
It definitely sounds it. There's too many coincidences here for it to be like just one thing, I think. I think it has to somehow be tied together.
For some reason, I just feel like I don't know.
Well,
How
we
long
were.
ago was the last attack?
I mean, they said like
There's been only 3 attacks in the past year.
I don't remember how long she said the last attack was. I just remember how long she said it was.
just like if
she
they were a
began.
few months in between each other.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When
'cause
was
I-
the
The
last
last-
full moon?
Like 2 nights ago.
That's true.
And the carrier was delivering packages. I wonder what
I
this
don't-
Baron is importing.
Doesn't seem like much in the town state.
Yeah.
Looks barren around here.
Jesus Christ.
So insensitive, Bez.
Oh, he's the bard.
Gravy actually laughs at that one. She
I
snorts.
cast cutting words on the whole town.
Gotcha.
This place
vicious
looks
mockery.
barren. Oh yeah, vicious mockery. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
If we want to, like you said, we could check out the forest in the early morning to see if maybe there's some type of repeating attacks. Maybe before we go to bed tonight, we do a little bit of scouting around town and see if there's any suspicious activity with the old Baron.
I say we try to talk to the Baron, and if he's not home, we try to sneak in and learn what we can about him.
Is he gonna know who you are?
I'm not so sure that'd be a bad thing.
Do you think perhaps intimidation will be on your side?
Not my side.
That.
I was about to say, you don't have to worry about that.
Again,
Well, we
if you
could-
wish, I can do most of the speaking. I have experience a bit with upper nobles.
I don't
guys-
mind intimidating weaklings.
You
I
guys
was
hear
about to say, I've extorted a noble or two.
How loud were we talking?
I mean, conversation loud.
I mean, I've buried and done mortuary work on nobles, so I've been intimate with nobles in that regard.
Shouldn't be intimate in that kind of way.
Yeah, as you Aw.
How dare you?
As you guys are talking, you hear this. Kyntar?
I kind of crack the door. Wait, do I recognize the voice?
Yeah, it's
It's-
Leah.
Okay, yeah, I open the door.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Liam for a second. I was like, stab.
Who's
Holy
quick
hell.
to murder now?
You open the door. She says, "I have somebody you should meet, as well."
God, you got a kid?
Do you say that out loud?
Maybe.
Who is it?
She says, "He's from out of town. I don't know that you're gonna like him very much, but he'll be useful in our endeavors."
Okay. Okay.
Just and she grabs your hands. She says, "Trust me, please."
AK, don't kill him.
Okay.
Says, "Thank you. Meet me on the edge of town later tonight, like 8 o'clock."
Sounds good.
Perfect. I gotta go back down to it because, you know, the alcohol. Yeah, I got it. Anyhow, and she kind of like trips over herself on her way to the stairs and kind of like, sorry, and makes her way down the stairs.
I
She's
just,
the
give,
only-
Alcohol, and he starts following her down.
I just give B a knowing look of like, yeah.
Don't know what that's about.
Oh, I
This
fucking love that
smooth-
it's like
this-
right over
Smooth
Kintar's
brain
head.
dog.
Rain.
Smooth brain dog.
She she kind of goes down the stairs, and you can hear her like, I'm back, I'll get your shit. Kind of goes back to doing what she was doing beforehand.
Kyntar got a litter out there?
Oh god.
So what are you guys doing now?
I mean, I'll leave that up to you guys. I feel like I'm like.
I mean, I figured it was probably about time for us to end for you, Trev, since it's almost 11, but I didn't know if
Oh shit, yeah. I
Yeah,
guess that
someone
is
brought it up
that is
earlier.
where we will end tonight's session, and we will pick it up with your guys' first day in
Oh yeah, no, this was great.
Kintar's hometown.
This is fucking fantastic. I'm all
Speaking
about
of
this
that, I still need to
Ba-da-da.
write you my stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just stuck on names.
Oh, I get you. If you need name help,
Well, I was
My
stuck between
shit.
two names to pick from.
Okay.
But I'll talk to you about that later.
Do you remember the name I told you for this place?
Damn it, we still didn't ask Gravy her real name. Son of a bitch.
give me a second.
Right,
God.
you haven't done that yet.
I don't need to know
No, I
Gravy's
keep
real
needing to
name.
ask,
Gravy's
I always
Gravy, and that's
forget.
all I need.
Well, trust me, my backstory is a whole thread. You start pulling, and it doesn't stop. That's
I
why
hope
we're
we get
dealing.
to like level 20 before we
That's
get
why
your real
we're-
name.
That's why we're dealing with all of y'all stuff first. Cause my stuff is a whole mess and a half.
Ooh-wee.
Hell in a handbasket.
Mm-hmm.
Literally. I apparently got some ghosts in my head or some shit. Like I'm getting demons.
I got
li-
voices in my head. Sorry.
Basically.
Good. Well, good stuff, everyone. That was fun.
Hey, dog.
Yeah, like that's. Oh gosh, I wasn't really
wasn't
expecting
ready.
that. Yeah, that was like kind of a twist on me.
Oh,
Did
he
not
got
know
me
I was-
too. All of us had surprises this session, it seems.
I'm telling you guys, my goal was to like softball you guys the idea of this campaign at first, and then once you guys got comfortable with your characters, I was gonna hit you in the forehead with a baseball bat made a story.
For reference, I have been keeping notes of my inventory with the basilisk,
Perfect.
blood,
Oil.
and the bones, and so I've been keeping a list of all the things I picked up for reference.
However many crystals you had one extra because we found one before. Didn't find it, put it there.
Oh, okay, cool. Because
I
I know I
don't-
have one that's empty, and then the other ones are semi-active.
I don't have the name of that town that you sent me initially. It's not in your backstory, unless I'm just fucking dyslexia-ing right over it.
I'm just curious what this little coin mirror I've been carrying around does.
Oh, Trev, I'm so glad.
I haven't forgotten, and I still have that pouch of tobacco. Suspicious tobacco.
Suspicious tobacco.
Dude,
It makes me so happy that we get to like, B gets to be like, yes, divert. Don't focus on the ship B's going through. Look at fucking Kyntar. Yeah, look at Kyntar.
Dude,
Don't pay
I felt-
attention that B's now wearing a mask and has like a flower thing going on and is like kind of changing a little. Don't worry about any of that.
dude, whenever that kid was talking and like just that was going down, it was just so much. I felt like oh my god, like he's the hero. I'm the villain. He
You were
overcomes
the villain in his
any
story,
generic
yeah.
story. Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's insane.
That's
I'm
crazy.
so glad that comes across.